Hey resellers and clothing fans, good to be back with you. Full honesty, wanted to see some numbers, see how this business went. So we're last 2 years we've done about 40K sales. That's a little under 20K profit, so we definitely want to build it. We don't want to plateau at that level, but just getting by right now, working out of some credit card debt. Fixing that kind of stuff is hard to do when you first start a business, so take care of that credit card debt at any time. But we got some great clothing. Like I said, the numbers are okay, so I feel comfortable talking about it, recommending it. If you don't need to make $1 million, if you live in somewhat of an affordable state, then maybe you can swing a reselling business. Or for most people, it's going to be better as a part-time option, and that's always a great way, to pay down that debt if you got a regular job, or a regular job might have your insurance covered, but it's just all got to be for your own personal situation. So anyway, this is decent money. I feel comfortable, maybe recommending you do it on the side or full-time if that's what you like. All right, now the fun part. Got the disclaimer out of the way. So if you can find vintage stuff, that's really fun for me. It does sell pretty decent. No matter what, you're definitely going to learn these brands, modern or vintage. Learning as many brands as you can will definitely help you. But let's look at the fun stuff. So Tennessee t-shirt. Kind of nice distressing on Tennessee. Stephen Berries. Anybody from my day knows these are vintage now. On your Stephen Berries, not the best brand, never was, but the youngsters seem to like it just because it's vintage. This is a good brand right here. This tells you it's vintage, and sometimes that when you can't even read the tag. So we won't have a size on that one, but a nice USMC retired vintage collared shirt. Vintage, maybe Y2K, but I think vintage. Made in Macau, actually, that's going to be probably 20, 25 years old. Button up Walt Disney World. It's got the hit on the pocket. Cool, nice blue embroidered Mickey. You guys remember this from the 90s? See, that's the advantage of being my age. I like the vintage stuff, but I can remember some of this stuff from my childhood. So bum equipment was always pretty popular. Kind of reminds me of the Champion reverse weaves a little bit. But that's made in Dominican. Lansing lug nuts. That's a nice little tip. Your local baseball teams, if you got a AA, AAA ball, pretty small following, but also not going to be as many listed, so they tend to sell pretty good. Northwest Territory button up. I think it wasn't a pearl snap, but it is made in Hong Kong, so that's how you know it's old. Hong Kong, Taiwan, USA. This was on a Pacific tag here, and this is a nice little genre. The wrap t-shirts. It's got a cool colorway to it. Kind of hard to pick up the colorway on it, but pretty cool there. 2004. That's always easy way to tell if it's vintage when you find a pretty clear date on it. Kind of reminded me of like a concert tee, but it's for the band. And my sister was on the Central Michigan Chippewa band, so I have to show her that one. Maybe she might want it. I think it might be a little too big for her. And then sometimes I just go with the modern stuff. Now these were $1 to $5, so anything modern like that, odds are I paid $1 for it. Because I do prefer the older stuff. I just had a lot more fun with it. And it does sell a little better, so it is a business. But also, if you got a couple 1 into 15, 1 into 12, this is kind of, we call them bread and butter. We don't want to do that for your whole business. At the beginning, it sounds easy. You're 10x in your money, but there are costs. There are lots of things that go into it, just like any other business. So if you can go, 1 into 20 or 5 into 30, it's a lot better. All over print, vintage dolphin. It's not quite vintage, but I'm going to call it that because it's the name of the channel. 2010, so, late Y2K, but really cool, all over print. It's got just an excellent style to it. Got the tie-dye look going on. Next one. Made in USA, Discus Athletic, 2XLs, good size, large, XL, 2XL. Cool pattern on it. Just a really cool Michigan shirt. Probably from the late 80s. Carl Connie, I had to look this one up, but I seen the design. I knew I wanted it no matter what. But then I realized it was vintage and kind of a cool brand. So that was definitely a pickup. I think that one was like $3-4. This one was $5. A 2010 Ozzy Osbourne Scream t-shirt. Super cool too. On a Hanes heavyweight. Made in one of the countries. El Salvador. Gildan heavyweight, no, activewear, ultra cotton heavyweight. This one's super cool. Check this one out. See if I can get that a little better. Oh, there we go. And the purple, there's popping a little bit. The purple just pops in real life. It is such a cool mix. And it's two-sided, double-sided. I'm excited. You know we like that. Just howling at the moon. Quicksilver Y2K. Not bad. Not amazing, but not bad. Maybe 25 at best, I'm thinking on that one. Vintage Callaway golf vest. Again, nothing too crazy there, but golf season's coming up, or late winter here. I didn't look this one up. This is a gift from a friend of mine. Hopefully that happens a little more often. Hook me up with your good clothes from high school, guys. Come on, I had a lot of friends. Rockaware, full zip. I think that's going to be a good one, but I haven't looked it up yet. But the price was definitely right. Aaron Lewis, concert tee. Always a solid pickup in concert tees if you get them at the right price. And then again, these are modern, but these are $1 pickups. So another local baseball, Lansing Lugnuts. Again, golf season coming up. And this is also free for my buddy. It does have the other button hiding in there. Callaway golf shirt, nothing wrong with that. Vintage Michigan Wolverines for $1. Or no, not vintage Michigan Wolverines, but for $1. The way Michigan's been, that football's going to come back again. And we're going to be selling all our Michigan gear. Brighton Harley Davidson, local, modern. Didn't pay too much again. $1 for the Adidas Climalite. Now this is the kind of stuff I picked up at the beginning. I don't know if you want to keep picking it up. I snagged this one for $1. My sister found it for me when we were thrifting, so, you know, I'll sell it and make some money and give her a high five. But I don't know if I pick up too many of these. These are true bread and butter. I might take an $8 offer on that. So you're not going to make a living selling all $8 shirts, that's for sure. But we'll see if we can get 12 or 13 out of it. But definitely a disclaimer. You're much better off to sell 5 into 30, 8 into 40 than 1 into 8. You have to do many, many or more listings to get 1 into 8 to do anything for you. Just look at that beautiful dolphins on the all-over print with the tie-dye. I just had to show you that. Actually, I got a beautiful shirt in the washer and dryer. I'll cut back with you before we get out of this video, and I had to show you that one. I told you we'd be back with the sauce. This thing is beautiful. And this goes back to what I was saying. Sometimes you gotta pay up a little bit to really get the good stuff. I've seen comps over $100. I've seen lots of listings for $130, $150. So we'll check into it a little bit closer, but I'm willing to wait on this piece. I wouldn't mind wearing it myself a couple times, actually. Just have to be really careful with the ketchup, you know what I mean? But yeah, super pumped on that one. So that theory I paid $9, almost $10 for this one, but that's $100. So if we did that 1,000 times, you know, 100 times 1,000, 100,000. Pretty good theory. People don't like to talk about how it costs you $10,000 to do that, and a lot of us don't have 10 grand sitting around. But numbers are easy, theories are great. You know, single stitch Fruit of the Loom. Check out the graphic though. Super cool. Lots of different collectibles going on with that graphic. Single stitch. See that? And you can pick that up down on the bottom too. It's an easy way to see it, as compared to something like that, or you see the double stitch down here on that. Single, or well, I don't know about single stitch, but vintage Nautica sweater. Nautica's not the best brand. I kind of like it actually, you know, like that fantasy of being in the Caribbean, hanging out on the beach thing, but apparently I'm the only one that goes for that. But I still pick up Nautica if I really like the piece or if it's vintage. And then I can show you a couple more on the way out. LL Bean. Vintage Thailand, just basic right there. It's got a better color yellow than the camera picks up. RLX, Ralph Lauren, one of the better ones. But, whoops, sorry guys. 2013 U.S. Girls Junior Sycamore Hills outing. So that'll have a little following of its own there. Classic GM UAW Union made in America, repping Flint North here in great state of Michigan. Gus Macker, no slacker on that one. I like to pick them up just because my memories. Oh my goodness, hang with me. I'll show you a dusty trophy. Second place, I'll take it. You don't know how hard it is to play all weekend for one of them things. That wasn't supposed to be in the video, but I don't get a chance to show that thing off very often. Alright, stick with me. I'm going to be putting out a little more content, trying to find them better items like I talked about. Get your ASP up there, higher average the better. But we're working over here. It's a grind. Everybody shows you this good stuff, but don't let them kid you. It's a grind. This is a treasure hunt and a labor of love. Cheers. Reseller fail. When you just have to laugh at yourself. Took some time to button up a shirt and get ready for photos. I get to the top. I'm like, what am I doing? I got the hanger on the wrong side of the thing, the bar and the buttons. There's no lazy man way to take this shirt off of my rack. I gotta redo the buttons and try again. Cheers.